Welcome to Cookie Movies. Let's take a step back from new releases in the theaters and let's discover some movies you can enjoy in the comfort of your own home. Let's discover some hidden gems. Today, we will look at some options on Hulu for the month of July. Now, there are some really obvious choices available like Die Hard, Alien, or the Lord of the Rings trilogy, but you don't need me to be aware of those blockbusters, no. We're here searching for hidden gems that may have flown below your radar, so in no particular order, let's get started. First is Free Solo. This is a documentary from 2018 about Alex Honnold, who wants to be the first person to ever free solo climb El Capitan, which is a sheer cliff in Yellowstone National Park. You may ask, what is a free solo climb? That's when the climber has no security measures at his disposal. No ropes, latches, clamps, nets, nothing. He only has his rock climbing shoes and chalk for his hands.
El Cap is the most impressive wall on Earth.
It's 3,200 feet of sheer granite. It's the center of the rock climbing universe.
Obviously, I get interview questions about it all the time. Oh, would you like to do that? And you're like, yes, for sure.
This film follows Alex as he prepares for his deadly endeavor. As the story progresses, we get to know Alex, and we also get to know the film crew hired to document this historic event. As the hour approaches, the tension builds, and even the crew becomes apprehensive about Alex's hazardous plan. Free Solo is beautifully filmed. It's quite scary and with a shocking conclusion, and it's a fascinating character study of someone determined to achieve something seemingly impossible. Next, we have Hell or High Water. Personally, my favorite film of 2016, this story follows two brothers in West Texas robbing banks. As the local sheriff draws closer to capturing the amateur gangsters, we learn more about the motivation initiating their crime spree. With a career-best performance from Chris Pine, this R-rated thriller uses effective, yet not gratuitous violence, a desolate environment, and fascinating characters to tell a powerful story. This is the second script from Taylor Sheridan, whose name may not ring a bell, but most will recognize his work. Films like Sicario and Wind River, plus shows like Yellowstone in 1883. Sheridan expertly creates characters of real flesh and blood, while making the environment an imperative character as well. Hell or High Water uses its gritty demeanor to force its audience into wrestling the fascinating moral dilemma at its core. And I'll wrap it up with Petite, Maman. This small foreign film was my favorite movie of 2021. Nellie and her parents must travel to her mother's childhood home after the passing of her grandmother. Her mother is overwhelmed with grief as they clean out the small home. But Nellie's sadness is partially subsided when she meets a young neighbor girl playing in the woods. The two strike up an immediate bond, and it is clear that something special, even magical, is happening. Somehow, even though this story is dealing with death, Petite Maman perfectly balances the invisible line between mourning loss and celebrating life. It shows the simple joys that get lost in time, but make the most precious memories. When I originally reviewed this film, I described it as the French female Field of Dreams. I absolutely adore this movie. I know this movie has subtitles, but please don't let that deter you from experiencing this tiny masterpiece. Do you agree or disagree? Comment below and tell me what you think of my suggestions. And if you know some additional treasures available on Hulu, let me know so I can discover some of your hidden gems. And don't forget to like and subscribe for future reviews.